This is what I'm saying. It's a limit order. So I don't know who's going to cancel a limit order at market open. It doesn't, no one does that. I mean, I don't think so. I'm not saying no one does because everybody has different strategies, but for me, I'm sitting here waiting for that price. That was my, whatever it opened at is what I wanted to sell it. That's why I did it so fast. So I canceling an order that I'm putting in is not, that's a goofy thing in my perception. Like I said, I'm not trying to, different people have different things they do, but if you're canceling an order, that means you're second guessing yourself. And that's definitely not what I was trying to do at 9:30. At 9:30, I'm trying to make a decision because market open the day after Christmas. That's you're not gonna. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get a better price, but that's kind of what I was wanting to do specifically. And it does. I see my keystrokes because when I go in there, it shows my limit order at that price. So I had to type that in. You get what I mean? Like I had to type in 131.36 and all that. So I don't have time to click cancel. I had placed a few other trades in the pre-market as well. So, I mean, it's not like I just was fumbling around my mouse. Like I was very, very specific, and that's why I'm so calm because I'm satisfied with what I did. You know what I mean? And so now I've made mistakes before, you know, but in this case, I really like how I was able to do that, especially seeing what happened afterwards. So, and I'm still comfortable. So it's not like, it's just, this is a day trade account. That's a lot of leverage. And so I'm not, that's the whole thing. Like that not happening has caused, now I'm sitting here holding this and that definitely is not the way I wanted to start the day. So I don't know.
Right.
But, I mean,
here's the good and bad of this. Okay, so like the good, it's not really good, but the one part is that you're not actually due on 131.36. So I just checked everything from the time that you entered, even to present time. So if that order was canceled, that order would still be open and working, and it would not be filled. So we can re-enter it at 131.36 and have it as resting order and continue to work that, which would be basically, you'd be in the same spot as that. And then what we could do is I can check with our tech team. I get you over to our tech team and have them check everything out because, like I said, from what I have, this is a canceled entered. I know that's not what you wanted, and maybe there is something in the system that did that. I'm not going to discredit that either. Like it doesn't make sense to me, but I mean I've seen things happen, so they won't be able to track like exact.
well,
keystrokes
I tell
either.
you
Like,
what,
we don't record
I tell
any
you
of
what,
that, but
I tell you what, because as I'm sitting here looking at this, I'm a very advanced trader, all right? So I'm not trying to sit here and I wasn't emotionally tied to the number 131.36. So, I'm not going to sit here and try to retrospectively get that trade again emotionally. But what I will offer is a personal opinion on what I think may have happened.
yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking what might have happened here is being that it was I was doing some stuff in the pre-market, all right? And of course the order being placed, it could be extended hour or I don't know, maybe like a pre I don't know, like whatever they call the pre-extended trade, and maybe it was because it was the market open, it just didn't do it because of that. That's the only thing that could have happened, admittedly. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, it's still unfortunate, but I would just see that, hey, being that I have a firm that, trusts my trading or whatever, this is what I place. Cause I mean, I'm trading. I was trading in the pre-market session. So that's the whole thing. Now, I know on the mobile side, you don't really have to do that. Like it'll just, because I've done after hour stuff, pre-market stuff, and it just, you don't have to do that on the mobile side. So I don't know if on the desktop, which is what I was doing because I was trying to be very precise, maybe it was an issue with that. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like this is something that it's not a big deal, but it is because, it's it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and when you do when someone places limit orders, they're trying to be exact. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even hitting market and just saying, hey, whatever I get, I get. So I do think there should be some sort of honor to the order that was placed, considering that. You know what I mean? That's my argument.
Right. No, and I agree with you. And if there was anything, like I said, you were not due on that order, so even if it did not get canceled, it would still be open and working. If you were due any part of that, I would definitely be working with you on that. Like if I was able to see that it was definitely something that caused, like to not be due, but the price just never, like it was right before your order and that was it, and then it dropped down, so like it never went back up 31, 36, and I'm looking at everything.
Well, it says it opened at 130. Hold on. So just so we're clear here, because I think I didn't get that the first time you said that, but I'm looking and it says the open was 130, 138. So if it opened at 130, 138, and I'm how could it not be at 130, 136? That's what I'm saying. Like I placed it 2 points underneath the. I placed it.
You placed it 3 seconds after the open of the market. So the 130, 138 was the open. That was at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Your order comes in at 8:30 and 3 seconds, so it's 3 seconds after that.
But it says the high was 130, 141. So it went from 138 to 141. You get what I'm saying? So there's no way that in 3 seconds that doesn't get filled at the lowest bid. I'm sorry. There's just no. I mean, I was watching it all the way from an hour beforehand. I was watching every single point. You get what I mean? Like I didn't even understand what you were saying at first, but on that premise, I mean, it's kind of clear. And even with what you're saying, the 3 seconds after the open is just, that's like within microseconds. That's why I placed the limit order, because I do know that when the market opens, if you play